It's two types of problems this week. One of them is where it asks you for the confidence interval, which we already talked about, and then the other one is where they ask you for the sample size, like in this problem. Sociologist wishes to estimate the average number of automobile thefts in a large city per day within four automobiles. He wishes to be 95% confident. From previous study, the standard deviation is found to be 4.8. How many days should he select to survey? So this is asking us for a sample size, and this tells you this down here. Now, from our spreadsheet, you see the tabs down here at the bottom. It says confidence interval and claims. The next one over says sample size. If you click the sample size, you got three different formulas. This one, sample size to estimate a population mean, and these are for population proportion. Well, the only thing in this section is population mean. So this first one is what we're going to use. You fill in the yellow. Now, margin of error usually isn't given directly. You have to read kind of the words to see. Oftentimes it says within. That's a magic word to mean margin of error. See how it says within four automobiles? That means we're going to put 4 in for the margin of error. Now the confidence, that's the percent they're referring to. You see how it says he wishes to be 95% confident? So I'm going to come here and I'll put 95% confidence here. And then when it talks about from previous studies, standard deviation is found to be 4.8. That's referring to sigma. It's an estimate for sigma. And so 4.8 here, put that in. And then this would be your answer. So this tells us our sample size should be 6. Now that's not a very big sample size, but I made these numbers up. So whatever it gives you would be what you would put in for your answer.